Well, hello and welcome to episode 7 of another Discovery review. I hope you all had a great Christmas. Please give this video a like, please share it, it helps the channel. And we're warping into the new year in another 24 hours. So let's get on with this week's review. So we've got Zora the computer behaving like Al. We get into a big monologue that it's a new life form and it's sentient and there's big debates going on. That's all that happens in this episode is debates and modelizing, which some of it is interesting. So we find out the scientist dude, the one we thought of from Riser, he's from the Mirror Universe or from somewhere. And he's trying to get back. He creates a weapon to undo this DMA, the dark matter anomaly, which is sort of interesting. But yeah, I think that's isolenic weapons or whatever. I think they were used in no, they were temporal weapons, weren't they? I think they were used in one of the next gen movies. In the Briar Patch, I could be wrong. But it's so we get into the old politics. There's a big debate going on. Should they go and attack this thing and destroy it? But then they're all terrified that because this, obviously, whatever this is way ahead of them, the Federation. You know, it's centuries ahead. Obviously, we're dealing with something very advanced, I reckon, at the Metron level of technology. Now, because like the Metrons are like, you know, he said to Kirk, you know, we'll speak to you in about 6,000 years' time when and even then you still be half savage. So obviously, I assume it's going to be some kind of higher race. Now, obviously there's a bit of romance with Saru and the Vulcan woman, gives her a plant and she can make tea from it and she's smiling. And then we get into the whole Zora thing, which I don't know. You know, just switch the bloody thing off. I mean, they work out where this thing is coming from, the system at the edge of the galaxy or wherever. And you know, the computer won't tell them. And now, me, if that were me, I'd shut the bloody thing down. But obviously, we get into the old debate of it, the sentient, it dreams and it's got feelings and all this, and it cares about the crew, and it even gives them a device to shut it down. And there's a massive debate, it goes on through episode, and then we just jump to another big debate, should they attack this thing. Now, do you remember Enterprise when they went to the Xindi? They went there to talk with them, but they also went there to attack them as well. You know, it makes sense. So put the device on the ship, take Discovery to wherever it is. If you can talk these, whoever they are, what they are, as doing this, and they, you know, I have a theory about these beams, you know, and, you know, then just have the weapon just in case. But apparently the weapon, if it's used, it tears up subspace. And what happens is, well, you can't, you know, you won't be able to warp travel in that part of space. I mean, there's a load going on. The president, she's up to her stuff as usual. But all in all, I wouldn't say this was one of the best episodes. I mean, personally, I would have liked to have moved on a bit more in this. Now, we didn't even get the location of who these entities are, species DC-10 or whatever. So I have to say I'm a bit disappointed with this episode. I wasn't bored. I was just getting annoyed. I mean, you know, now I've got a feeling like we're going to have some issue with the president further down the line. There's something coming there. And Burnham sort of like spoke out at this big vote. Do they attack or open up negotiations? You know, say, look, you know what you're doing. You're destroying entire planets. Burnham wins out, but Buck, he gets the scientist, the Riser scientist in from the mirror, whatever universe. He's created a new mushroom drive. They install it in Buck's ship. They clear off to go destroy whatever it is. And like Burnham wakes up because he leaves the cat with her. So Burnham now is obviously going to have to get the ship up. The computer's finding itself. I thought they were going to give it a synthetic body. I actually thought, are we going to get like another data? You know, so a new one added to crew. Which I suppose might have been interesting, really, you know. Liven this episode up. I mean, it was all right, just dribbled on for like an hour, you know. But they saw the shit, right? Well, the computer sent it, and I've got to go with Star Trek values and all that. So, anyway, the computer's alive. It's all got to do with the knowledge they downloaded from the Sphere in the last series. Now, I think all this could be connected. You know, this to this anomaly. Because I think Zora's going to play a big part in stopping whatever this is. There could be a merger that goes with whoever these are. Now, obviously, we're all wanting to know who these beings are, you know. So, and we're not going to find out till February 10th. And even then, we won't. I don't think we're going to get any answers till episode 10. You know, next couple of hours going to be them running about everywhere and having emotional issues and dealing with all that. And we'll get, eventually, we will get there. This is how they keep you hooked on it, you know. But it was all right. I mean, she were going back to Riser, whatever, you know, she were going to go back to Riser and become a Guardian. And not really interested, you know. I just, you know, just not that bothered about all that. I just want to get on with like the mission, you know. But I'm going to give this episode 5 out of 10. It was mediocre. It had its moments, but I would, you know, because it's having a big break, I was expecting a bit of a cliffhanger. But we are moving along. I suppose it's one of them dribbly episodes. So, like the Federation Council, you know, quite interesting. I like the scientist guy in with the glasses, David Cronenberg, or whatever thought he plays. I like his character. He's sort of like cold and analytical and all that. And then Zora, and why don't they just call it Hal? You know, I mean, they're all worried you're going to shoot them out of an airlock. I mean, sometimes I wish you would. But no, not the best episode of this season. It was just a filler episode, just to point you in a certain direction. So, who is the race? Now, I think, obviously, it's whoever these beings are. They might not be malevolent. They could be just doing stuff in space-time or whatever, thinking it could be, you know, like they're just like doing what they're doing. They're not thinking about other life forms because we might be so below them, you know, that they're not realizing it. And maybe this Zora, because she's like a sentient, you know, maybe she ascends. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I really do want to know these aliens now. But if I want it to be malevolent, it would be interesting if we finally got some baddies, you know, with some big cosmic level agenda. But I've got a feeling we're going to get a race of beings that don't recognize us because they're so above us, they're not seen us at all until we start stinging them, you know. And I think Zora, I really do think Zora's going to play a big part in this with whatever this is. It could be an ancient machine just working. You know, somebody might have got hold of it and switched it on. We don't know. So let's find out. I really do. I'd like to see the galactic barrier. I really would. So that's my review for Discovery this week. So I'll see you. Well, yeah, so next review will be on 10th of February. We've got 6 weeks off. What am I going to do? So, guys, have a happy new year. I will be back next Wednesday with the podcast. There will be another Could Have Been a Classic next week, and I'm working on something new. I'm in the very early stages of that, and you will see it in a few weeks' time. I've got a lot to do. But guys, stay safe. I know we're in a pandemic again, and you know, have a happy new year, and I will see you on the next video. Live long and prosper.